All right, Wayne Allyn Root with Bill O'Reilly, as we do every Wednesday. We've got him here, the great king of cable news for 16 years in a row. We're so proud to have him on the Wayne Allyn Root Show. Hey, Bill, how are you?
I'm good, Wayne. Thanks for having me back.
So as we do this interview, a lot of developments kind of breaking at the White House this morning. First of all, Nancy Pelosi's out of her gourd. She accused Trump of all kinds of cover-ups and impeachable offenses. They've got nothing. And she accused him this morning. And then she walked right into a meeting with Trump like nothing happened. So Trump responded in kind and basically said, get the hell out of here. I'm not doing any more work with you. No infrastructure bill, no nothing, until you act like a reasonable human being. And then he walked out of the meeting with her and Schumer. What's your take on all of this?
Well, I think that it is a shame that the American people have to endure this. So I'm going to take Trump out of it and the Democrats out of it and just say that right now, as an American, not as a commentator, I'm really disappointed with this kind of stuff. So what happened was that Pelosi have a meeting with the radical progressives who want to impeach Donald Trump. Pelosi, as we explained this week, doesn't want to do that because she knows independent Americans, they will be angry if that happens. So she has to throw something at the far left, Ocasio-Cortez's, these people. So she comes out of the meeting and she says, Donald Trump is covering stuff up. Now, one journalist says, what? What? What could he be covering? What? We have a 2-year investigation comes back and essentially clears him. What is he covering up? Nobody even asks her that. So Trump hears that and goes ballistic. All right. And then the Democrats come into a meeting with him about infrastructure. And as you accurately said, he says, you know what? I'm not going to do this until you people stop the nonsense. Come back when you stop the nonsense. And then he gave a pretty good soundbite that said, look, I cooperated as much as a human being could cooperate. They won't stop. So why should I continue to do stuff with them? This is insane. But as Americans, I'd like to have some infrastructure improvement. But the Democrats have decided they can't beat Trump on the economy. They can't beat him on foreign policy. So they got to make him Jack the Ripper. And that's what they're going to continue to do. And Trump says, I'm not going to take it anymore. I've had enough.
And I guess my follow-up question, Bill, is what are they going to do about impeachment? Are they going to actually impeach the President of the United States for nothing? How can they do that?
They're not going to do it at this point because they don't have the votes to do it. They just don't. It's not going. The article of impeachment is not going to get through the House, and certainly when it goes, if they did get through, it goes to the Senate with a trial.
Will not go through
in
the Senate.
A million years.
Right.
Senate's not. Okay, but they're trying to sell to the American people that Donald Trump did something horrendous and don't vote for him. And this is one of the ways they're trying to do it. But no, I don't believe it'll be passed in the House.
All right, so Trump was talking today about poll numbers, and he was basically blaming his numbers, which, by the way, I don't think are low. If you look at reasonable polls, including Rasmussen, and even Gallup lately has said the highest of his presidency, and higher than Obama was at the same time. So they're not low, but Trump is saying they're much lower than they would have been and could have been and should have been if there wasn't this fake news out there about Russian collusion and all the other things Democrats are trying to say he should be impeached for. Does he have a point? Would his poll numbers be much higher if they just focused on the economy and there was no impeachment talk?
I think they'd be higher. I agree with that. He's clocking in between 45 and 50% job approval right now. They'd probably be up about 55%
which is pretty good
without all of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, look. He's got a good chance to be reelected, but there is a large body of the American voting public that doesn't like Donald Trump's style. It's not about substance, it's about style. And that's what the Democrats are counting on.
Yeah, it's a terribly divided nation, but I think right now 40% would vote for him no matter what happens, and 40% would vote against him no matter what happens. So all that matters is that remaining 10 to 20% that actually does show up to vote. That's quote unquote independent. So I mean that's the whole ball of wax, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. 40%, they're convinced that Trump is the greatest thing in the world. 40% are convinced that he's the devil, and it's the other 20% of voters who got to decide.
All right. Last question would be about the American Taliban. John Walker Lind, he was nicknamed the American Taliban, and he's about to get out of federal prison this week. He served 17 years of a 20-year sentence. And do you think it's a good idea to let a guy out of prison who's a terrorist? Has he changed his mind about things? Has he been cured, quote unquote? Because there are reports that he's still talking about jihad in prison. So how safe is the American public with this guy walking around?
Well, number one, the guidelines for the federal sentencing don't leave much room. He's completed his term, and he's getting time off for good behavior, which means he wasn't doing anything outrageous in the penitentiary. So there's really no way to stop him from getting out tomorrow. I think they're going to release him tomorrow, unless they want to recharge him on something else. It would have to be totally different. So I don't know in his mind. Nobody knows. I mean, all you have to do is go by the law. If you serve 80% of your sentence in a federal penitentiary and you don't have anything on your sheet, they got to let you out.
Right. All right, well, I hope they have an FBI detail on him 24 hours a day once he's out, because I sure don't trust a guy like that he's not going to return to his old patterns. But, all right, Bill O'Reilly, great to have you on the show. Always enjoy your insights. And let's make sure everybody knows you can always go every day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, to BillO'Reilly.com and find out more of his insights. Listen to him on the radio, his new radio show every day on the air all around the country, and his books, The Killing Series. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, Wayne, thanks very much. See you soon.